Hello, my peaches. What's up? I am Pratha, and welcome to today's video. This is just another day when I'm doing something a little different, and the thing is that I am waiting for a lot of packages of perfumes that you guys have been requesting. For example, my Bath and Body Works package has still not been delivered yet. Another package that I'm eagerly waiting for is the Masaba perfume, and a lot more that you guys have been lately requesting. So I have ordered all of those, but none of the packages have reached me. And since I didn't have anything else to upload, I thought let's do this fun video about perfumes YouTubers made me buy. Just like you guys, I see other reviewers as well, and I got inspired to buy these perfumes for myself. And without wasting any more time, we are going to get into this video. Let's quickly roll the intro. There are multiple perfumes that I got inspired to buy or got tempted to buy watching these reviewers. So the first one that I'm talking about, not the perfume, but the YouTuber, and that is Paulina Shar. The first perfume that I bought after watching her and was literally so tempted to buy it was Olympia by Paco Rabanne. This stunning perfume right here is her summer favorite kind of a fragrance, and this is a beautiful salty vanilla aquatic minerally kind of a very unique aquatic fragrance. I can say I have talked so much about what kind of fragrances these are already, but I think it's still important to talk about that since not everybody has watched all the other videos. So for that reason, this is a beautiful salty vanillic aquatic seaside kind of a fragrance, and it literally smells like a sexy golden beach babe in a bottle. That's what I get when I smell this. It is such a stunning and a unique take on a summer fragrance for sure. This aquatic, even if you don't like aquatics, you are definitely going to fall for it, and I think they are discontinuing this. There is just one website where I found it on while I was putting up links for the previous videos. So if you still don't have it, there is a limited stock on, I think, either Lifestyle or Tata Click. I'll definitely look into it again and leave a link for you guys down below if you're interested in this. You will not find a full bottle. I think you'll just find a 50 ml of this, but this definitely is so stunning and I do not regret buying it. Another fragrance that Paulina Shar speaks so highly of every now and then is Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. I think there are so many other reviewers that I can mention for this one because everybody talks so highly of this fragrance. But I can say that Paulina Shar is definitely somebody who convinced me that this fragrance is not worth missing out on and definitely worth having in the collection. And I am just so glad that I have it now. I just, it's an effortless, classy smelling like money kind of a fragrance in here. Now, this fragrance in particular, I had not watched too many people talk about it, and the YouTuber that I'm talking about is Sarah Mays. Before I go any further, I do not know these people at all. I am somebody who lives in my own shell. I'm more like a family person and a friends, like my close friends kind of a person. I am not somebody whom you will find very much communicative and connected to other people with. So on her channel, in one of her affordable dupes kind of a video, I saw her talking about Police Shocking Scent, and I instantly bought it. It's not always necessary that the reviewers from West, whatever they're recommending, is always available in India, but luckily this was, and I'm so glad that I bought it. I do get that slight bit of an incensiness in it, but it's so close to Scandal from Jean Paul Gaultier, and it's something which is like a beautiful balance of a modern fragrance with that slight incensiness. I do agree with that now, but it does not come off as a traditional fragrance at all to me. It is still a super sweet, patchouli, floral kind of a fragrance in here, which I really enjoy in the winter days. And I do not regret buying it at all because it was such a steal for the price. The next YouTuber that we are talking about is Demi Rawling, and I have to tell you that Demi Rawling is somebody who is so grounded. She does not have that, proud of being such a, like, I just feel like that she is among the very first perfume reviewers on YouTube, and people kind of have followed her, and that's what I feel about her. I just want to tell you that even before I thought of reviewing fragrances, I was looking for fragrances for my own self. And while doing so, I stumbled upon some Zara fragrance dupes video, and then I started looking for more videos on Zara perfumes, and that is when I saw Demi Rawling talking about those Zara perfumes, and I was convinced that I want to buy them. That's the trust that I have with her. And when she launched her own perfume, I made an effort to message her and to wish her good luck with all of that. I was not expecting a response from her, but she still responded. She is super sweet, guys. She does not keep things to just her own community. She does not have that kind of pride or anything. She's very sweet. So there are a few perfumes that I bought because, like, the affordable ones, because she said that she really likes them. The first one has to be CK Into You for her. She said that it is a dupe for Santal Complet and from Fragrance du Bois. And Fragrance du Bois is a brand that she collaborated with for her own fragrance as well. I bought it and I like it so much now. This is like your soft and very, I don't know, it's a soft vanillic citrusy fragrance which is super zesty and is kind of smooth and gel like at the same time. It's so interesting and so unique in these citrusy fragrances, I can say. And it's a beautiful gym, like a classy woman's gym or a casual fragrance for sure. So I bought it because she recommended it and I absolutely love it. And another fragrance, though the entire internet is talking about this fragrance right now, but the first time ever when I saw this fragrance, which is in my notice, is when Demi Rawling was talking about it. And I am talking about Cacharel's Yes I Am. This weird looking lipsticky packaging is the thing that I saw in her hand and in her thumbnail for the first time. This fragrance is a beautiful, feminine, glamorous kind of fragrance, which is sweet and beautiful mix of powdery, vanillic and lactonic notes at the same time, along with florals. It kind of smells like an expensive vintage compact to me, which does not make it a vintage or an old lady kind of fragrance, but kind of makes it a very unique fragrance in the designers these days. So it's an effortless, feminine and classy kind of fragrance for sure, which stays on you for an entire day. And while we're on the topic of Demi Rawling, I bought Zara Tobacco Rich Woman Addictive because of her. Otherwise, I would not have. I don't know. So yeah, I bought it because of her. The next YouTuber that we are talking about is Coco Peps. I'm not sure if you guys watch her or not, but she has really amazing content over here. Her imagination is like so, oh my god, can I even use that word? It's so erotic with perfumes that the way she explained this perfume made me buy it. And I'm talking about Club de Nuit Intense. She literally sketched the 50 Shades of Grey movie scene along with this. And that is what convinced me that it was very affordable back then, guys. It was just a 1200 rupees fragrance back then. And now the prices on this are skyrocketing. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with brands like Latafa, Armaf, and Swiss Arabian. They're literally like brands from our neighboring countries, but the prices on them are going crazy. So I don't understand that. I mean, imports here are, I think, cheaper, and the transportation is cheaper compared to US. So that really should be considered by all these brands. But Armaf here, Club de Nuit Intense, is a very unisex kind of fragrance. It has the notes of black pepper, nutmeg, rose, and oud. So it's a spicy, rosy oud fragrance, and the rose is not sweet or anything. It is like the oud is kind of there, but all the other things in it are kind of really balancing it out and making it a nice balance between an Arabic and a modern fragrance. And it is also a dupe for Tom Ford Noir de Noir. I have used it quite a lot. It's a very strong, long lasting, potent, very projective kind of fragrance. I have quite used it quite a lot back in the days, but nowadays I'm not really gravitating towards the oud or the unisex kind of fragrances. So that's why it's just sitting on my shelves. But I do like sniffing it here and there. I am leaning more towards the feminine, classy kind of and mild kind of fragrances instead of just very potent fragrances. So yes, that's Club de Nuit Intense. And moving on. The next YouTuber that we are talking about is an incredible perfume reviewer. I am genuinely telling you that I really like watching her. She is herself in the field of perfumery, and she has done some course and has been working in the perfume line since years, and she's doing an incredible job on YouTube, to be honest. And I mean, most of the fragrances that she recommends are either luxury designers or niche perfumes. And oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot whom I'm talking about. I am talking about Joseline, and her channel name is I'll just display it somewhere on the screen, because I just feel that I'm gonna completely butcher it if I try saying it. So the perfume that I got convinced to buy watching her is Very Good Girl from Carolina Herrera. I mean, that's my problem, that I do not like rose, and I should have considered it. But I can say that this is something that, I mean, she did mention that this is a dupe for Delina, and I should have considered that. I was just so impatient to just own this bottle, this stunning stiletto in my collection. And when she said that this is the best flanker out of all the flankers that she has tried, I trusted her advice and I bought it. More or less, this is a nice fragrance. It's kind of growing on me right now. I do not hate it, but I do not love it because of that sweet rose, bright and watery, like rose water kind of fragrance that is there in it. So I'm definitely keeping it for the bottle reasons, but not really impressed with it. I think in my entire collection, this is definitely something which has disappointed me. I'm still not okay with buying this and having this. The next YouTuber that we are talking about is Malavika Satlani. Now, the fragrances that we are talking about are her own launches itself. So I bought the entire Always On Me trio set from Malavika Satlani, and I have to say that these are nice. These are safe, but these are a little generic. Like they are completely generic. The quality and the quantity of these fragrances very much matches Skin Titan. They're literally like made in one laboratory and put in different bottles and given to you. So that's what I feel about them. Zaddy is more like a unisex fragrance. Bougie is a nice, fresh, complex citrus fragrance which has a lot of things going on in it, like some spiciness and woodiness as well. And then Santorini is a very simple, sweet, fresh floral. So it's a good set if you don't have any perfumes at all. In that case, it's a great set to own. But because for the price and the kind of longevity that you get from them is decent enough, I just feel that they're not very highly priced. But my problem here is that when a YouTuber does something, I expect something different and unique and out of the box, not something that we already have existing in the market or that we have already smelled. So my expectations from Malavika Satlani were that she would come up with something unique. And I said this in the dedicated review video as well, that if it would have been my set, there would have been a woody fragrance and a fresh fragrance and then a gourmand as well. I am not saying that everybody thinks the same way, but do not try buying this from the point of view of getting unique fragrances. Just try buying these from the point of view of getting nice fragrances but generic ones. And now moving on. Next YouTuber that we are talking about is somebody most of you guys watch, and that is Mila LeBlanc. If I am not butchering her name, the pronunciation of her name. And the fragrance that she totally convinced me to buy was Versace Crystal Noir. And this is such a unique, she calls it an obnoxious fragrance, and this is a very unique, spicy, coconutty, floral, sandalwoody, vanillic, warm combination in here. It has so many things going on in just one go that it even smells complex. It is not a simple fragrance at all. It is your sexy fragrance. It is your I am sexy and notice me because I am smelling unique. So that kind of fragrance in here. It has the notes of ginger, coconut, orange blossom, either jasmine or neroli, because I'm not sitting here with the notes. And in the base it has sandalwood, amber, and if I'm not wrong, it maybe has vanilla. So it's a lot of things going on in here. And this is one spicy but coconutty, sharp kind of a powdery, warm fragrance. It is like I smell, whenever I sniff on this, I smell all of these things in just one go. So that is that. It is that kind of fragrance which is like super sexy and will get you noticed, and it stays on for an entire day or maybe even till the next day. It's super long lasting as well. And I do not at all regret buying it. I'm rather happy that I got influenced by her and I bought this fragrance. The next YouTuber that I'm talking about is Kassa. A lot of you watch her, I already know that. And the two fragrances that I was totally convinced to buy after she reviewed them. And the first one was Yara by Latafa. I kind of trust her, you know. It might sound a little weird, but whenever Kassa talks about fragrances, I just feel that we are two different bodies, but one soul when it comes to fragrances. She loves berry fragrances. I love berries. She loves her fresh, smooth fragrances. Same goes for me. And we both love the same kind of fragrances. So whenever she says that something is good, I totally go for it and totally fall for it. So Yara by Latafa is something that I was watching many reviewers, but when she said it that it is good enough, that is when I decided I will buy it. It is such a beautiful, sweet strawberry gourmand kind of a fragrance with a little bit of a sharp muskiness in the base, a little bit of freshness from the florals, which is kind of not mentioned in the notes if I'm not wrong. Like those florals are kind of lifting it and making it very summer appropriate, along with that milkshake kind of a note that it has in the top, so top and in the mid. So it's really feminine. It's literally like smelling onto a Barbie, not what Barbie smells like, but more like a very feminine girly girl kind of a person. So yeah, it's such a beautiful summer fragrance and I'm so glad that I bought it after watching her. And the other fragrance that I bought after she said that it's a perfect dupe for Guerlain is Guess Seductive Noir, and I'm so glad again that I bought it. And I just feel that whenever I go with Kassa's recommendations, I never go wrong, though it's kind of little difficult to keep a tab on other YouTubers all the time and to watch all their content when you are busy with planning your own content and making your own content. So yeah, I do keep watching these people here and there, but I cannot always watch their each and every video. So whenever I do and whenever I like something, I end up buying it. So this is just another recommendation that did it for me. It's a beautiful floral cosmetic like fragrance which has a powdery vanillic base. It has a quite strong purple floraliness in the opening, which kind of mixes with the iris note in it, and that iris kind of makes it smell like a cosmetic, like a plasticky cosmeticness that it has, which is very flaunting, not off-putting. And then that whole thing, that strong purpliness, which is kind of plasticky, mixes with the powdery vanilla in the base and makes it a very, very unique, grown-up kind of, slightly sexy, but more like a wife kind of a fragrance. Like it's a grown-up woman's fragrance, definitely somebody 30+. So that's the kind of fragrance in here, and I'm so glad that I bought it. The list can keep ongoing, but we are on to the last YouTuber, and the one that I want to mention is Karina Walden. She always talks about some niche perfumes, some luxury designers and designers, so it's really hard to pick perfumes that she mentions all the time because most of them are either very expensive in India or are not available. But the ones that this one specifically, I picked up Roberto Cavalli original EDP with her recommendation because she mentioned it in one of her Oriental fragrance videos, and later on as well, I think she mentioned it here and there. And also Paulina Shar. So Paulina Shar spoke highly of these two, and these are the two YouTubers that convinced me that I can have these in my collection, and I'm so glad that I have them. And this one is again a fragrance which literally smells like money in a bottle. This smells like a classy, sexy, rich woman in here. So this is like a daytime fragrance. It is majorly pink peppercorns and orange blossoms with vanilla in the base. So it's beautiful, it's super duper posh, and this woman just goes to spas and spends her money on shopping, that too designer shopping. And then when this woman in the evening gets ready to go to some huge event in a black gown, that is when she puts on this Roberto Cavalli Nero Absoluto fragrance. This is kind of a unisex fragrance. This is a blend of orchid, wood and vanilla in here, and it literally smells like damp wood with some vanilla and some, I smell that damp woodiness in it so strongly. I do really like it. There is absolutely nothing that matches this and this in my collection. So yeah, I'm so glad that I have these unique fragrances in my collection now. With that, I'm gonna close down this video. If you're still here watching me and liking me, don't forget to leave some emojis in the comment section. If you don't want to write a comment, just tell me that you're here and watching me. Don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up down below because that helps promoting the video more. Keep looking beautiful, keep smelling good. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day all. Bye bye. Mwah.